for the 9th anniversary of THERR in the RV. We're going to have a tour inside. We're going to go in here and see some trains. So, if you are ready, let's go in here and take a tour. First thing you notice when you come in, you get a whole layout visual here. From one end to the other, around the back, through Jeans Valley, and out here at the end of town. Now, one of the biggest things you notice when you walk up the steps is all these satellite dishes here. This is an old school, and when I took all the playground equipment out, it took me years to decide what I wanted to put in here, and it dawned on me one day, let's put in a cable TV station. So my son, my oldest son, who was an IT guy, gave me the inspiration, and we decided to call it Chris Cable, after my oldest son. Next thing in line over here, this is George's Scrapyard. This is one of the first things I put on the layout, probably 9 years ago. Little stuff here and there. I built a crane. I put in a rare earth magnet, and I can actually have the crane hold up real metal things. Next thing over here, oh, wait a minute. What's this? George's Scrapyard. Looks like his S is falling down. Somebody really needs to fix that. Over here, we have Stephen's Concrete. Stephen is my youngest son and actually works for Portland Cement in Portland, Oregon. So now he has a plant of his own on THERR. I'm going to pull back here and let you see what we got here. Up front, we have J&J Horse Ranch. This takes up this whole side down here, all the way to the end of the street. The 3-rail fence, a friend of mine on Train Board 3D printed these for me, and we found out they're really fragile. Doesn't take much to bump them and break them. And it looks like George is out here trying to fix the fence. Over here, we have the ranch house. Oh, look, there's Grandma on the porch waving to a customer. We got the equipment shed, we got the barn in the back. We got a chicken coop here in the back. I got to buy some chickens. Then we come up here, and what we got over in the back corner here, we've got Snoopy Rock, and we've got the Chapel in the Pines. This is one of the latest things I'm kind of finishing up. Still got to put the wedding party in. So we got to glue them people down. Oh, what's this? Looks like we got a couple of lovers climbed up behind Snoopy Rock and decided to make out. That's okay. Over here, we have Jeans Valley Bridge. A lot of traffic, train and vehicle-wise going through here. And as you come underneath, the first thing you're going to notice in Jeans Valley is the Log Cabin Motel. Looks like they have one customer today, and he seems to be out back with his dog. Next thing on the layout coming across is Two Pines Diner. I've been working on this thing for a long time, finally got it done. Next to it is THE Electric and Water. It's the utility company. Looks like somebody's in there paying a bill. Next to it, we got these 3 buildings. These are my wife's and her 2 best friends. What we have on the left is a bookstore. In the center is my wife's little cafe, coffee shop. On the right is Paula's Pastries. These 3 gals are just thick as thieves, so they got their own little stores. Next up, this is the police station. This is 1PP. You'll notice the flag on the roof is half-mast. That's in dedication to my brother-in-law, who was killed by a drug dealer here in town about 4 years ago. It's dedicated to him. This is J Street. Goes under and out of town on the back side. Over here we just have some shops in town. On the corner is an Irish pub my wife wanted, so she got it. Next to that, we're going to have the newest addition, which is a Burger King. Well, somebody's over there getting lunch. Next to it, this one here, this is Laura's Brownstone. She's an artist. She's my daughter. She sells stuff on the bottom floor. She has an art studio on the second floor. And of course she lives in the penthouse area. On the corner, we have the bank. I still have to put windows in and a few other things for this one. Coming across, you're going to notice on this whole side of the layout is Railroad Park. Also has the train station for the Excursion Train and some amenities for the people to enjoy their weekends or whatnot. In this corner, we got the old railroad station that is now owned by the local railroad club, and they're in there building a layout that'll be open to the public soon enough. First thing in the park, we got Robbie's Hot Dogs and Burgers, and it looks like Robbie's trying to chase a cat away from the trash can. Coming across, a few people sitting in the park, and here we have a brand new dead 484 that is now a railroad static piece in the park. We won't go into any more on that. I'm building a observation deck here for people to get up and look at the locomotive. Next thing down the line, we have the Railroad Museum in the park. Has a couple of ore cars out back from the gold mine just outside of town. Next thing is this nondescript little building here. This is the new train station for the Excursion Train. The top floor is THE corporate offices. Next thing down, we got the play area in the park. We got an ice cream truck for the kids to get some goodies, kids playing on the swings, whatnot. Here's a memorial to the firefighters. Next we got some circus wagons my daughter bought and gave me, so I put them in the park. Down here we got people just enjoying the park and the whole bit. If we back up and do this again, you can see the Excursion Train is in, waiting for the next time out. Down here, comes down, got an E5 at the head end on here, which goes out and around the layout. Coming back over, we have THE gas station. You can't really read it on the sign, but that sign does say THE, eat here and get gas. Right next door to it is Shyster & Sons Law Offices. I won't say much about the septic pumper in the back, but you can get the idea. Back here, I've got the original church for Jeans Valley. Got a cemetery here in the back. Nice parking lot. And up on top of the hill, way up here, is my cell tower. I built this off the one local in town here as best I could. Gave me inspiration. Next thing over here, this is Highway 69 coming into town. And next to this all over here, This is the Homestead. This is where the family lives. Originally my wife and I owned the whole block. My sons moved back and decided they wanted to live here, so I have one son living in this corner house. My wife and I live in the middle house. My other son lives in the other house on the other corner. Over here, we got Highway 68 coming in town. Looks like school may be out. The school bus is heading that way. Over in this corner, this is the original buildings I had when I started this whole thing. This is Georgetown. It's been here probably pretty much the longest. In the corner, oh, sorry for the shakiness. Over in the corner we got Joe's Pool Hall. Looks like there's one guy probably hanging in the bar. Over in this corner we got the old theater, which is now just pretty much abandoned. It's just a couple offices up on the second, third floor. Top floor is the radio station. And back here in the corner I'm making a homeless encampment. That thing there on the curb sticking up is gonna be a flashing burn barrel. As soon as I can get under there and get that wired in. This building's vacant, as is that building back there in the corner. Up front here we have the original hotel. This thing's been here since day one. They've got weekly and monthly rates here, and if you're coming from the yard, they even have hourly rates. Next to this, we have the volunteer fire department. They've been busy lately because of the forest fires and whatnot. Behind that, we have the feed store. This little building up front is a multi-purpose. That little yellow sign on the front is removable. I have about 6 to 8 different businesses that I can put on the front of this building. I got to finish those up. Next door here, this used to be the herbicide and fertilizer plant, which was closed down because of emissions. It's now a team warehouse. If you have stuff coming in, don't want to get wet, bring it in the building. We'll charge you a little bit to store it for you until you get it out of here. Next thing down you'll notice is a little eatery just outside the gate. It's a THERR Lucky Penny Yard. Across the tracks over here we have a little manufacturing building. Couldn't figure out what to name it. Finally decided I'm gonna call it Booby's Cushions. Okay, if you come down and standing back here at the back and look down the yard, from here clear down to that end is 21 feet from this point right here down all the way. All the way down there is 21 feet. So, you're going to come in the gate. This is the gate to Lucky Penny Yard. Yes, it's got a guard shack because we're just that way. As you come in, you'll stop at the yard office, which looks like there's one person at least working. Next to that is the team track. Looks like the little yard goat has brought over a box car to either load or unload. Not sure which yet. As long as we're coming down here, you can see all these lights. These are yard lights I built. Right now there's 10 of them. Goes from here to the front. I got to build 2 more way up there. So as we come through the yard, back in the back we have an equipment building. Got some cars in the yard. We got some, oh, looks like there's a train or two looking to go out here on the AD tracks. Back here we have our mow train sitting waiting for business. Got a train on the main in the yard. Yeah, we got a train on the AD track looking to go out. Over here we got our yard switcher with a little caboose for switching in the yard. Over here, that's my yard tower I built. So coming across again, over here, as we come across, we got a train coming through. Back here, we have the engine shop. This is Lucky Penny Yard's engine shop. It's got a fuel island. It's got all the maintenance in there. It's got a sandbox there. Across the tracks, it has some fuel tanks to fuel with. Coming past that, the first thing you're going to notice over here, we have another storage building with a tank for holding something behind it. Back here, this is the crew quarters. Coming across, this is the deadline. Yes, the locomotive in the back is fairly new, never ran good from the day I got it. So here it sits without even having trucks on it. Down here, finally at the end, we've got the turntable. Right now I haven't decided exactly how I want to finish this up over here, that's why it's kind of beige looking. But it looks like, oh my, looks like the observation car got pulled into the building, and there's some people that didn't get off and they're back there mooning the world. So to sum it all up, this is THERR in the RV, and we're getting there. Got a lot done in 9 years. Still have some stuff I need to finish up. But all in all, this has been a fun project. Now I kind of sit and run trains more than work on the layout. But there you go. There's a tour of THERR. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you on the other side. By the way, go over to Train Board, and you can find in the end scale forum my build thread on this layout and my previous ones. So, hey, have a good one. We're probably going to get out of here. So, everybody, thank you for watching.